Alright, so I was just covering KoFXIII a bit. If you anti-air with it, not by reaction but by sort of read, then you can get a follow-up with it. So, you know, far C, Buster Wolf, maybe even jumping C if you want, and rising tackle. That's the follow-ups you can get with anti-airing from KoFXIII. If you get a counter hit while they're jumping, there's even more combo potential. Oops. Oh, that did that too early. And you could do a lot of things from KoFXIII. You should just experiment with it, but don't get too crazy. It's just a conversion after all. You don't need to do like convert into a full combo or anything like that. Alright, so BNBs. As I was just going over, so close C into his command normal for you know, easy, you know, close hard normals. You want to use these when you're punishing them, or if you get like some sort of frame trap, I guess, or if you get like a full jump in. And close D, same thing, you know, punish or, you know, a jump in. So this is more optimal, the most optimal combo starter. This is more damage than this, but it's easier to do than this, you know, just confirm wise. So crouching B, A, and then C is your low hitting combo starter. And here's what you can do with, here's what you can get from mid-screen with all of these combo starters. You can get Burn Knuckle. Oops. You can get Power Wave. You only want to do this on block. And if you have one bar, oops. If you have one, I'm sorry, not one bar, one drive, you can cancel it into KoFXIII. It doesn't matter what version KoFXIII you use. And then after you do your KoFXIII, immediately start charging down for your rising tackle and use the C version of rising tackle. You can only get this combo in the corner. If you try to do this out of the corner, it's gonna whiff. It's gonna whiff. So if you have one bar though, you can get the EX rising tackle. And the EX rising tackle actually, you saw it does 393, right? Yeah. Yeah, 393. It's his most optimal one bar, one drive combo. If you have one bar, one drive, and you have the corner, or I mean, if you're from anywhere on the screen, then you could get almost 400 damage. Or so at the least you get 370, at the most you'll get 390. It's only a 20-point difference. So don't worry about having to start with close D. You don't need to do it. It's optimal, but if you're more comfortable with this, as most Terry players are, don't feel bad about it. Yeah, so that's his mid-screen combos. Alternatively, if you just have one drive, you could combo it into his far C. I'm just not missing. I'm not getting it right now, but you could get into far C, and you could get into his B too. God damn. I feel like I should just redo this part. Oh my god. There we go. I think it probably depends on what I'm starting the combo with. Fuck it. Well, just know that after your KoFXIII follow-up, you could get EX Rising Tackle, Buster Wolf, or his far C, and Standing B too. Alright, so you're probably thinking, why are you using EX Rising Tackle instead of Buster Wolf? Here's why. That's not why. It does 367 damage. Meanwhile, EX Rising Tackle does 376 damage. So this is actually not an optimal combo. It's stylish, you can use it if you want. I mean, it's a small difference, but sometimes that small difference can mean the difference between, you know, victory and defeat, or, I mean, you know, defeating a character or letting them stay alive. Alright, so, yeah. So just remember, mid-screen combos, 1 bar, 1 drive is all you need to do 400 damage. Alright, so if you have the corner, what can you do? Actually, not much. You just get the C version of Rising Tackle to save bar, I guess, and do a little bit less damage. But if you're spending a drive, you might as well spend the bar. That's my recommendation. Unless you know for sure that the C version is gonna kill them anyways, and you don't need the EX version, and by all means stick with the C version. Alright, so in the corner, he doesn't really have much. You could do, he pretty much does the same combos actually. The only difference is that he can get the C version. So his next most optimal combo is you have 2 bars and 1 drive. If you get this, there's actually an even more optimal combo than that. Not that. Into EX Power Geyser. Oh guys, I'm sorry guys, I'm sorry. There we go. You could go into C Rising Tackle for a little bit more damage. So that was 484, and that was 482. It's technically a little bit more, but I guess you're better off sticking, if you're in a corner, just stick with EX Buster Wolf, because the EX Power Geyser, because Buster, you know, Burn Knuckle into EX Geyser it whiffs, one of the hits will whiff. But if you're for mid-screen and if you have 2 bars and 1 drive, here's what you do. You do cancel into the EX Geyser. So that does 500 damage. Just, well, at the most you get 500 damage. At the least, you get 467. So with just 2 bars and 1 drive, you do like 460 to 500 damage, depending on your hit confirm. Let's see what else. If you have 2 bars, I'm sorry, I'm trying to get EX Geyser like that. Alright. I'm sorry for the execution error, guys. This motion is weird for me, and I don't main Terry, I only pocket Terry. There we go. So if you don't want to spend a drive, and you have the execution for it, unlike me, and you have 2 bars, you can do 450 damage. So you can save yourself some drive, but spend that bar to get a lot of damage. Oh god. So at most you get 451. And at least you get 422. Either way, it's very good damage. So remember, from mid-screen, into KoFXIII, into EX Rising Tackle. In the corner, you can get that version. In the corner, with 2 bars, you want to do that. And for mid-screen, you want to use this, EX Power Geyser. So that's about it for Terry combos. Oh yeah, there is a more optimal 1 bar, 1 drive combo. So if you have the corner, oh sorry. You use that 1 bar, 1 drive will get you 423. This almost gets you, this gets you about 400. But yeah, use EX Burn Knuckle into KoFXIII